Hello, everyone. How are we? It is Sunday evening, and today is the 27th of April. So, time is a ticking by. The month is nearly over. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Sheila, nice to see you here. Hello, hello. Hey, Kerry. Jeanette is here. Hey, Katrina. How are you? Hi, Glenda. Hey, Margaret. And Cherie is here. Hello, hello, my friend. Who else? We have a good group. Nairi's here. Roz is here. Monique is here. We've got people from everywhere. We've got Europe, we've got the Americas, and we have the South Pacific covered. So everyone's here. I see back early we had Marilyn and Donna and Susie here really, really earlier. But I don't know if are they all back? Hard to know. Some of these girls come in so early. Um, and then I'm always surprised, when they pop up again. Yeah, that's so good. Isn't it, Katrina? Isn't that great? That's fantastic. Hey, Leslie, how are you? You're in the UK, right? I always have to remember where everybody is, but I think I mostly have it in my head. First of all, I wanted to correct my error. On Friday night, I told you all that the Layers of Beauty stamp set, I did correct myself sort of during the video when I realized, but the Layers of Beauty stamp set, I did tell you that's this one. I told you it was retiring, and it's not. This one. It's not retiring, right? So the reason that I had this problem is because I, for whatever reason, have always confused, well, I kind of know why, I have always confused the Layers of Beauty with this lovely big rose kind of floral stamp that takes up a big part of the card. I've confused it many times with the Enduring Beauty. Now they've both got the word beauty, and they've both got this big kind of line drawing spray of flowers. They're a little bit similar, and they both have masks that color them in. It's the Enduring Beauty that is retiring. The Layers of Beauty is going to be in the new catalog. So that's where I got myself confused. I have always confused those. Does anyone else confuse those two? Or is it just me? Never late, Chris. Never ever apologize. When are you heading to the US, Chris? Hey, Lorraine, how are you? Hope you're well. Hello, Barbara. Hi, Rose. How are you girls? I hope you're all well tonight. It's getting very dark here now. So by 7:30, only a few weeks ago, 7:30, it was still light, and now daylight saving has ended and it's completely dark. It has been pouring rain, like absolutely torrential rain all night last night and a lot of today as well. And I looked at my weather app and it's meant to be raining every single day this week. And I know I shouldn't be such a wuss and I should actually get my umbrella and go walking anyway. But today it was so torrential. I think I would have got saturated even if I did have my umbrella. So I chose not to walk and I got busy and got some other stuff done instead. So I'm trying to pre-record a video for each day that I'm away. Sorry, not each day that I'm trying to pre-record a video each day for while I'm away. That's what I'm trying to do. So you'll still get, so during the period that I'm away, I'm actually going to do Technique Tuesdays will still be the same. Friday nights will still be the same, but the Sunday nights, I'm not going to do those. I had to drop something and I've decided on Sundays and I'm just not sure if that was the right decision, but I hope it's right. Hey, Colleen, nice to see you. I see you writing in capitals. You're not yelling at me, are you? You only have Enduring Beauty. I think if you've got one, you maybe don't need the other kind of because they're very similar, but they're both really pretty. And I do have both. Oh, it's hubby's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to your hubby, Nairi. And yes, it's going to be wet, isn't it? I know it says wet all week, Monday to Friday. So I'm really hoping that I'm able to get out for some walks. So because the walking is my downtime. It's kind of me, some self-care that I do that I'm not working all the time. But this morning, because of the pouring rain, I lied in bed and played on my phone for a while instead, and the cats came and joined me, and that was kind of nice as well. It's on its way back there, is it, Sheila? Yeah, there you go. All right. So let me. Oh, you're not having any rain, Kay? You're desperate for rain. Ah, you know what? It's that's the thing. I've got to remember that I shouldn't complain about it because somewhere someone needs it or wants it, right? So That is true. Oh, it was your mum's 80th. Did she like her card, Donna? You had a lovely night. That's fantastic. I remember when my mum turned 80. That's a long time ago now. And we had a really lovely birthday party, a surprise party for her, which she didn't expect, and it was lovely. A beautiful cake that my cousin made for her. 31 degrees, Lorraine. That's pretty warm. Is it humid? I bet it is. See, today was only 17 most of today. I think it got up to 18 for a little while. But when I looked at my weather app, it said feels like 15. So I think it felt like 15. I've actually got a cardi on today, which I haven't worn the cardi this season yet. So, yeah, it's been cold. Quite cool. A short celebration. Oh, that's nice. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. He's not well. Hey, Del. Nice to see you. Hello, hello. Oh, we've got a good crowd here tonight. I love you guys all chatting to each other. No, not humid. That's good, Lorraine. That's good. Whereas Lynn, if she's watching, she's up in Darwin, and it'll be humid up there, I'm sure. Yeah, it was cold here today too, Leslie. I'm not that far away from you. So I'm glad it wasn't just me that's complaining. Are you talking to me when you say Miss Linda? Or are you talking to Linda? There's a couple of Lindas in the comments, so I don't know if you're talking to me or someone else. All right, so I'm going to use Enduring Beauty because this one is, let me click over and let's look at the desk. And I'm going to do a similar card to one you might have seen pop up on my Instagram page the other day. And I thought, let's use some retiring products. Last time I used Lovely and Sweet, and I'm not sure what I did with that card actually, or I would just show it to you. I thought tonight we might do something that's retiring, and then we'll do something that's new. And if anyone has any particular requests for new product, then I will look at that. But at the moment, I'm sort of thinking I know where I want to go with what I want to do. So I'm going to use this paper. So I used this the other night. Some of you, or not, it was posted, but I never did a video on it, and I thought it would make a nice video. So, and on last weekend we did this. And or was that Friday? Sorry, Friday night we did this, and I used the mask to color it in, and that was really nice. So I'm going to show you a different way to use these kinds. So because they're line drawing, they give you a lovely crisp image. So I'm going to be stamping directly onto this. Now this paper is actually the Countryside In paper that is retiring. So this is going away. I didn't check before I started to see if it has actually sold out yet. Last time I checked on Friday night, it had not. So you can see we've got this one I call the pajama paper. And then we've got lots of different beautiful designs in here in all different shades of blue. And who doesn't love, where are my blue girls? I am a blue girl. I really love blue. It was my mum's favorite color as well. So yeah, I think blue is a great color to do anything with. It's good for clothes. It's good for home decorating, and it's a lovely, serene, peaceful color in my mind. So I'm just using my embossing buddy over that because I am going to emboss this, and I'm going to use Versamark, and we're going to put our block, you can see I've used this to death. Look at that. It's had a good life. I'm just looking for my E block because I will need E block. E block is just going to fit, I think. It doesn't fit by a lot, but like we just get on there. Or you could go up to F if you wanted to make sure. I am a tiny, tiny, tiny bit over the edge there, but not enough that it's going to be a problem. All right. So try not, after you use your embossing buddy, try not to handle the paper too much because the oils from your the oils from your fingers will actually get onto your project and it won't emboss as well. So, all right, so I'm going to use Versamark ink. If you're wondering about this, you haven't seen it before, Versamark is a clear, sticky ink. It is not water-based, okay? The whole point of Versamark ink is that it allows powder to stick to it. And so that means it's perfect for embossing. It's a great ink for that, all right? Because I have several Versamarks, and the nice thing about an ink like this, because it's not water-based, it takes a while to dry, so you don't have to move too quickly either. Okay, you're a blue girl as well, Margaret? Yeah. Linda says she loves all shades of blue. Janine's a blue girl. Leslie loves blue. Wear a lot of navy. I know. Yeah, we were all sorry to see Boho Blue go. That's been such a great colour. All right, so now that this is inked up, I'm actually going to come in and I'm going to pop it. I'm deciding where I want this to go. Do I want, okay, I'm going to go this way and I'm going to have it over this bottom left-hand corner. There we go. Now, something like this, I could do the two opposite corners, which I haven't decided yet. I probably will do that because I really love that. Right. And when I stamp this, you think, well, what was the point of that? You can't even see it. If you look very closely, can you kind of, if I put the light on it, you can see where the image is, even though you can't actually see it sitting there on the paper. Okay, that's all we need because our powder will stick to that image. Now, I could also go over the opposite corner. I think I will. And I'm just going to have like a little bit of this popping out. So let me just do this corner here. And now I'm going to do the opposite corner. And I'm just going to have that going over the edge. All right. So once again, can't see it, but if you hold your light on it, you can see where it has stamped there. Okay. I know. I love embossing too. You never ever get, I never get tired of it. I can emboss and emboss and emboss forever. I really could. And it's one of those it's kind of a magic technique, right? I'm going to use our opaque bright white embossing powder. These come in a pack of 3, clear, white, and black, I think. I think I've got that right. Am I right? I hope I'm right. And I might as well do, because I've got corners that aren't embossed, and so I can hold it by those corners, I might as well do the whole lot. Oh, I just saw a dimensional back fall in there as well. Oh, well, that's not a big problem. All right, so I'm going to tap it off. And now we can see where the powder has stuck to the embossed image. Isn't it nice? It looks so good in blue. Navy and white always look good. You cannot go wrong with navy and white. They will always, always look good. Thank you, Sheila. I think I am too, but you know, I remember in the early days when I was first doing classes like 18 years ago plus, and I would have people come around my house and emboss for the first time, and they would get so excited. And it was such a kick for me. You know, I remember one girl, she'd never seen embossing before, and she was like, it's like magic. She was so excited. She embossed every flat surface she could possibly find. It was getting a bit scary there for a while. All right, so now I've got this. You could, if you don't have a glass mat on your desk, you can put it back into the tray to emboss, to apply the heat. I'm just going to turn my machine on, my heat tool on at the wall. You'll notice another light comes on because there's also a lamp on that particular PowerPoint, so that's why that happens. And I'm going to hold it here by the end where there is no embossing, and I'm going to heat it up. And you'll know it's done. You'll know it's done when it is shiny. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of embossing. I go through stages. I don't know about anybody else, but I'll go through stages where I pick a technique that I really like and I do a lot of it, you know, one after another. And then I get over it and I move on to something else. I know, it's nice already. Yeah, embossing on DSP is good. You just need, because it is thinner, you just need to be careful, especially if you're using a lighter color, that you don't burn it. Just keep the tool moving. Once it's embossed, move on to the next area. But there's nothing that says you can't emboss directly onto DSP. It's a nice technique. All right, that's one corner done. Looks good. Now I'm going to do the opposite corner. I was very lucky. I had my son pop in to visit me today, which was wonderful. And he's on his way home. So I just sent him, before I started this, I sent him a text to tell him to text me when he gets there so I know he's safe. Because that's what mums do, right? We always worry about our kids wherever they are. All right. Happy with that. Let me just put my heat tool somewhere safe. There we go. All right. All right, so that's looking really, really cool, don't you think? And I'm actually not going to do a lot with this. I'm not going to color it in. I could whitewash it. For anyone who doesn't know, actually, is that, yeah, that's, this thing, is that thick? Yes, it is thick. For anyone who doesn't know, whitewashing is a technique where we apply, and I've done a technique video on this a couple of times, actually, and it's where you apply white ink. Actually, I just realized that that is actually a little bit too big, so I need to cut that down slightly. So this should be 14.8, and it's slightly more. All right, that's better. Like so. All right, so let's glue that down into place. I mean, what an easy peasy card. You do that with your kids too, Chris? Yeah, I think a lot of us do. Whether or not he actually remembers and does it, I don't know. But at least he knows that I care enough to ask, right? It's true. I know it's a special thing, Linda. People do get really like, oh, wow, you know, that looks professional. Well, actually, it's really funny. I sent my stepmom, stepmom, yes, that's correct, who is, so my dad's wife. Some of you would know my dad passed away recently, and a couple of months ago, and she rang me a couple of days ago, and I had sent her some thank you cards that she could send out to people for, you know, different things they'd done to do with the service and all that kind of stuff. And so she felt like that was a nice thing to have some handmade cards to send. I'm deciding I've got some that might be a good size, actually, right about here. Or actually, maybe instead, maybe I will use, actually, I'm thinking this Enduring Beauty set has a nice label. Let me have a look. I think it does. Pretty sure. Yeah, she asked for some, I sent originally some cards that she could use to say thank you to people, and then she used those all up, and I asked if she wants some more, and she said, oh, yes, please. So I sent her another batch of cards. Here we go, this one. See, that's really nice, don't you think? Now, wherever I put it, I'm going to cover up something. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. I can go here in the middle, but then I'm covering up these little buds. So I don't know. Or I can go with a smaller shape like the circle and not cover up very much at all. I don't know. But I kind of like the idea of using this size. What do you think? So, yeah, I sent them up to her, and she said that one of, she was with, I'm going to do this one that says, you mean so much to so many, because I think that's a really nice sentiment. She said one of the women was looking at the card, and she said, oh, these cards are beautiful, you know, which made me feel pretty nice. And she said to her husband, what do you think of these cards? Aren't they lovely? And and she said, I'm wondering if they're handmade. And the husband actually said, oh, no, those are not handmade cards. Those are professionally made cards. I'm like, well, that's a bit nice. So that was nice that they didn't think that they were handmade, that they thought they were professional ones. So that made me feel pretty special. But as I said to Anne, my stepmom, I said, actually, they're better than professional cards because they're handmade with love. Right. So that's why I think I'm going to put that one right about there. And there's the die. And then, of course, Night of Navy. So let's use Night of Navy ink. You could do that, but I actually don't mind it that size. So I'm going to leave it as it is. But I could make it. Oh, I do know what you're saying. You could put it in again and make it a smaller shape. So I can put it. Okay, so I've already cut it to be this size. And what I can do is I can move it. The stitching sometimes makes that difficult, but let's try. Let's stamp first and see how much we need to move it by. I'm going to put it here on one side. Sorry if you're looking at the back of my head. Sorry about that. All right, you mean so much to so many. That's really nice. But now I need to put this back in and cut the other side so it's going to be, this is going to be in the center. Okay, and that's going to cut this whole centimeter or so off. All right, so I'm going to just put that in so it perfectly matches in. And let's hope that I get those bits lined up. Now we have a few options for decorating this card. And if you're not sure where to put this, the die, sometimes what I do is I turn it up the other way because it's easier to see that it's inside the cut lines if it's upside down. So I'm going to do that. Right. So what I've done is I've cut off this bit, and if I push that out, now we have a smaller banner. So is that what you meant? Is that what you meant, Donna? All right, so there we go. That's going to be not as much over the flowers. It looks good, doesn't it? Although now I think I might just put it. What do you think? Should it go in between or should it just go down over here? Because here it's only covering up a couple of leaves. I don't know. Maybe. I think further up might be better. All right, so I'm going to put some dimensionals behind that. Down, says Linda. Between, says Colleen. Leslie said in between. But so we've got a few different opinions. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's going to look good no matter where it goes. Between, or we're getting more votes for between. So let me, and see it's only just covering up. All right, so that looks really good. Now we have a few options. I can grab some silver and we could do some little leaves, you know, and have the leaves maybe, you know, maybe coming out. So just to give you an idea of what they would look like. A couple of leaves here and a leaf here. Or, but I feel like that might be too busy. I don't think it needs those. So as another option, we also could use some of that gorgeous, you know, I love it, the silver edged ribbon, right? As it turns out, Crumpet loves it too. He's been, for those of you who don't know, Crumpet is my cat, or one of my cats. So this gorgeous silver sheer ribbon, silver edged white sheer ribbon is not discontinuing. It is going to be staying around. So yay for that, because I use it a lot and it's so pretty. All right, let's see. So that is really beautiful. That is gorgeous. Okay, I think we definitely need to go with that. I'm just going to make the bow a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to grab my ribbon scissors. Oh, over on the desk. Because I've been cutting a million ribbons for my swaps. Not a million, 28 actually. I'm making 28 swaps for this incentive trip swap. And I'm almost done on the very final stages. So I'm glad that that's happening. Because I'm usually doing that at the airport or on the plane or when I get to the hotel or, you know. That's what happens when you're behind. And I am working my butt off at the moment, trying not to be behind. So I'll have these done, and I'm hoping all the stuff recorded in plenty of time as well. Wish me luck. All right. So that's going to go right there. Look how pretty that is with that silver ribbon. Now, do we need some bling as well? Because if we do, I think we should keep it simple. We could go with some pearls, or we could go with some silver metallic pieces. Oh, and we also have the sparkle gems, you know, the ones I've been using all the time lately. I love these. They are so nice. So those would go because they've got blue and pink in them. We've also got the opal rounds. Those are nice. I'm looking to see. We've got some, oh, here we go, some silver. I want to keep them simple. So here's some little silver adhesive back dots. Those would be really nice. And then the final choice would be some pearls. I've just got to find my pearls. And oh, there's also these guys, the little iridescent. Those are really nice as well. Those are those going? I'm wondering if they are. They might be. So I'm just going through and looking for pearls. I have actually got quite a number of different blings in different places, and it's just a case of locating the ones that I want. Well, the pearls are not at my disposal right this second, so I don't think. I'll find them as soon as we're finished, but they don't seem to be here right now. So I'm either going to go sparkle gems or I'm going to go silver adhesive. Yeah, I was looking for the white pearls, but they aren't where they normally are. Oh, clear bling, says Donna. That's a nice idea too. Definitely bling. Oh, iridescent, says Moira. Rhinestones. You know what, Pamela, I do not have. Do you prefer Pam or Pamela? I hope I got it right. I don't have any rhinestones right now. Isn't that terrible? I always had those things, but right now I'm out of rhinestones. Silver then, says Leslie. Okay. All right, let's go with that, shall we? And you can use your take your pick tool or the point of a pair of scissors to pick these up. Just, it's easier than leaving the adhesive behind. I always find that that's a good way to go. And then I'm going to have two little ones further up here. And I'm going to call that a finish card. Very simple little card tonight. This one did not take us a lot of time. We just did all of our embossing, added a bit of bling, added some ribbon and a sentiment, and called it a card, a finished card. And I do really love, you know, you have, when you turn the light, you can see that faint hint of the DSP in the background, which is really rather nice. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wanted to keep it simple because of the ribbon being there. I think we wanted something pretty simple. So I think that was a good choice. All right, done. One card done. All right, so now we get to play with something new. And I've got a couple of ideas of things that I can use. Does anyone have any special requests that you really, really want to see something in use? Because I know when you've got new things coming, it's very exciting. Because it's a bit strange, because I'm pre-recording, okay, I'm doing videos where I'm talking about the new product like it's already released. And now I'm coming back and going, it's not going to be released until the 6th of May. So all the new products are actually scheduled to come out on the 6th of May. That's when the new catalogue is released, and it's when the new online products are released, okay? You want to be surprised, Linda? It depends on what I've got. Impressions of Bloom, yes. Believe it or not, I just did a live with that. Sorry, not a live, a pre-recorded video with that, but I certainly can pull that in. The other one that I've got that I haven't used yet is the Celebratory Sips, or I never know how to say that. That's really beautiful, and it's got all those beautiful, does everyone know what I'm talking about? So the two papers, one is the Impressions of Bloom, okay, and it's this one here, and it's got all these lovely flowers and simple designs on the back. They're really, really nice. I think I have actually got more of that. All right, so more of that. This one's really nice with the strawberry slush on the back. I really like that. That's probably my favorite paper in here. And then this one, look at this. This has got like a rainbow of flowers. How beautiful is that? And on the back, it's got that new Darling Duckling yellow, which is really nice. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And that one we saw before, but really lovely, beautiful. And then the Impressions of Bloom stamp set matches these. Okay, so you've got your flowers, and the die set has some lovely big ovals and shapes to cut out all of these things. Super, super nice. But you know what my favorite part of the whole suite is? It's my favorite bit. These. Oh my goodness. Strawberry Slush, Pretty in Pink, and this is actually a lot like the iridescent foil gems, but they're white with gold. But these, they've got like a gold fleck in the middle. Can you see? So beautiful. Oh my goodness. And I'm using them on my swaps. So I've been playing around with them and they're just gorgeous. So gorgeous. All right, let me quickly. So that's the Impressions of Bloom. And I will definitely be, you'll see me using that quite a bit. I just think it's beautiful. I'm just going to clean up this Enduring Beauty stamp that I just used and the matching die, sorry, the matching sentiment. Now, the other one that I haven't played with yet, and I'm keen to, if you guys are into it, is this one, the Sips, the Celebratory Sips. That's what it's called, this paper. And it's got all these lovely, the colours are fantastic. I love all this mishmash of colours. And I love the fact that you've got all different kinds of cocktails and drinks and things here. Super fun. And you've got, you know, this must be a Bloody Mary because it's got looks like a celery stick out of here. And this one's got rosemary. So somebody who's a lot more au fait with cocktails and things probably knows what all these are. I don't. But they're just really pretty. And I love that we've got, you know, little lime in here and some ice cubes. And if you look closely, some of them do have ice cubes added already. Super nice. Aren't they lovely? And on the back, we've got rich raspberry and I think that's berry burst flowers on the back of that. Which one is on its way, Monique? The Impressions of Bloom? Yes, it does have. Oh, I did look at that today. And it seemed to me like it was a very close match, if not exact. Particularly, I was looking at the yellow flowers, and they seemed to cut out or almost cut out with the dies close enough that I would do it. So, but these definitely, the Sips are, yes, Monique, yes. The Sips one, definitely these cut out with the dies. Okay, so I literally only just got them, and I can pull all those bits out. Leslie, are you okay with me to go ahead and do these? I know you asked for the Impressions of Bloom, but I'd like to have a play with this because I haven't played with it yet. Look at all the beautiful papers in here. So you've got this kind of very florally paper, and on the back we've got some Timid Tiger diagonal stripes. Timid Tiger is a new orange that's in our collection. We've got lots of different garnishes for your drinks here. So you've got strawberry, or you've got raspberries and strawberries and lime, lemon and lime, and other bits and pieces, berries and things. Super nice. Love that. And then this one is possibly my favorite. I love this. I don't know why I love this so much. It reminds me of the Full of Life one that we've just, that we're in the process of saying goodbye to. But I do really like these, and I think you could have a lot of fun with these. You could do a lot of things, use them as backgrounds, use them as all sorts of different things. Then that one's the one I just showed you with all the different cocktails and drinks. Oh, so I'm a bit out of order, all my different bits. Lots of different drinks. Look, there's sangria. I love sangria. Sangria is one of my favorite things when we're in Barcelona. That reminds me of Barcelona. So nice. Look, little strawberries, and look at all the cool things. Aren't they cool? So you can have a lot of fun with this. And on the back, we've got, strawberry slush dots. That's really pretty. And then I didn't look to see what was on the back of that one. Yes, I did. Which one did I not look to see what was on the back of? Oh, this one. So that is Secret Sea. Secret Sea on the back of that one. Which Secret Sea is kind of like a dark, like a navy, but with more charcoal to it. Like definitely not as blue, more of a grey navy. But I really like it. It's very deep. I know. I love the paper with the drinks on it too, Bonnie. That's so cool. Yes, she did. And that kind of made me want to get mine out, actually. That's exactly right. I'm glad you watched that. That's so cool. I thought I'd like to do something. I know I like Secret Sea too. And I love the way it looks with the cloud cover. I think those two colours are going to be like they're going to be colour buddies, those two, don't you think? All right, so then they've got these lovely little fresh freesia and blackberry, and then I think that's granny apple green and garden green in there, I think. And then on the back there, that looks like old olive. Let's see what colours are in here, and do I have a piece of paper on the back that tells me I should? Yes, I do. Berry burst, Blackberry Bliss Bubble Bath Cloud Cover. That's that light. Cloud Cover is the lighter color of the new in colors. It's like the pale gray blue. Daffodil Delight Lemon Lime Twist. Aha, that's that the bright green. Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. So it's not Granny Apple Green, it's Lemon Lime Twist that's in there. So I was incorrect on that one. I'm just watching all your comments go by. You could do a lot with this. I think there's so many different kinds of things that you could create with this. I don't want to lose these because I need them for my swaps, so I need to pop them on one side. But what shall we do? Shall we do the other thing I don't have yet? Oh, I really like this paper though. I think that's really nice, and I think that would go quite nicely possibly with some of this or with this, which is the one that's on the back of it. All right, let's do an easy card. Let me see. What time is it? How are we going? Oh, it's just after 8. We're doing well tonight because I didn't pick a tricky or a long-winded card for my first card. So that's really good. Oh, am I going to go that way or this way? Will I go? All right. So I'm deciding which way to go with my colors. And let's look at the celebratory. Oh, I think they're still in the box. I don't think I've even got them out of the box yet. So let me grab them. Just talk amongst yourselves while I get myself together here. You know what I've decided I'm going to do? I'm thinking rather than pulling out the stamps and the dies and all the bits and pieces for the celebratory, the sips, I might just actually use the paper. Should I do that? Maybe. Let's do that because we can have a bit of fun with some of these. Now, there are dies that cut these out. They're really, really, really nice, actually. I really love them. I'm just not sure what I've done with my celebratory stuff. I know I got it. I know it arrived, but who knows where it is because I'm all over the place because I'm recording so many videos at the moment. I'm just everywhere. So I'm deciding whether I want to actually maybe cut. We have time. So I've got this lovely, like we've got really nice. Do we want to have what color drink would we like? Do we want a raspberry drink? Do we want a strawberry drink with a cherry in it? That's really cute. And then we've also got, you know, this is kind of a strawberry color, this one as well. Yes, this one I believe is catalog. That is correct. Blackberry Bliss is one of your favorites too, Linda. Yeah, I really love it. It's such a great color that, you know, it's very evocative. I think it's, for me, it's a lot of atmosphere in Blackberry Bliss, and I think it's such a great neutral. It goes with so many different things. So yes, one of my favorites. I'm just going to have one more look. I thought I put it away, but clearly I did not. I'm just going to quickly look around the desk one more time and see whether it is actually here. Sorry, guys. Ah, found it. Well, there you go. I found them. They were sitting right next to me. Isn't that always the way? Whatever color has the lowest alcohol content. Well, that would be water, I'd be thinking. But, you know, they're so pretty, don't you think? So if you wanted to, you could actually stamp like an outline. You can stamp it and you can also fill it in. Now, there are a number of ways you can fill a glass in. So let's have a little look. I've got a few ideas about how I would like to do that. And then we've also got the dies. And the dies are going to do a whole bunch of things for us. So we've got this like balloon kind of glass. And as you can see, you can cut out any of these shapes. So we could do a raspberry. Sorry, it's more of a blackberry. Blackberry, and maybe it's Ribena, Cherie. It could be Ribena. They could be mocktails, exactly. But this could be Ribena, don't you think? And so this cuts out those and also cuts out this tomato juice. We're having the non-alcoholic version tonight. All right. And you've got lots of things. You've got your little umbrella to cut out the little umbrellas on here. They're just so cool. I just think it's so fun. Don't you? This is super fun. And then you've got a little strawberry here. Now you can stamp your strawberry. Are there strawberries we can cut out? That's what I'd like to know. There's little strawberries on there, but I'm wondering if there are any strawberries on. There are strawberries on the garnish page, but I don't know. Do these cut out? They might, you know. Oh, look, it does. It cuts out the strawberry. Look at that. So there we go. Yeah, you can get away with that. And then there's also cherries. You can cut out little cherries. So yeah, some of these garnishes you can add afterwards, which is really cute. All right. Okay, I'm going to pick a color. I'm wondering if Blackberry Bliss will be too dark, but let's try it because we love it. So if I was to add that to here, we've got some, oh, I think it will work, you know. So let's go. And I need to be able to pick a coordinating color because I'm going to be using one of my favorite card layouts. You guys probably already know which one. And I'm just deciding which is well, I could use the piece that's on the back, but that's quite dark. Whereas at least this one's got some white in the background. And I'm just looking to see if there's another color I would like to use instead. I love what's on the back of this one too. I didn't show you that. Look at that. It's cloud cover stars. Isn't that cool? I have to do that one another night. What do you think? Right, so I do like this, and that I'm wondering if that would go. It might, you know. I just think that this pattern here is too dark. So I could actually go, I'm changing my mind as we speak. All right, I'm going to cut, this is going to be 6.5 centimeters wide. And some of you have already seen me. Well, I'm cutting the sangria in half. That's not very good. I love the sangria. That's a shame. And this is going to be 13.8. And the Blackberry Bliss actually looks quite nice behind there. What do you think? Do we like that? Is it too dark? Celebrate Together is catalogue, but Cheers and Sips is online exclusive. Oh, that's interesting. I think the paper, right, you're right, because the Celebrate Together, there's a DSP with the stickers, that's in the catalogue and the scrapbooking workshop kit, but I think the rest of it is online. I think that's how it works. So it is a bit confusing, right? All right, so I'm going to make this one 13.8 as well. And I'm going to make this about 2.5, slightly less than 2.5 centimeters wide. All right, and this piece is going to go in here. All right, so I'm going to glue those down. With online exclusives, we don't know how long they're going to be around. They're going to be around as long as they're available until sold out kind of thing. Now, does that mean if they're really popular and they sell out fast, they're gone? No. If they sell out fast and they have plenty of stock back at home office, they send us more and we get more in. So it's a bit of a how long is a piece of string? You don't really know. But I don't mind. I have noticed that the online exclusive stuff definitely is lasting longer for the most part than it once was. I'm thinking the ones that go more quickly are probably not as popular. So I have noticed that they seem to be sticking around for quite a while. All right, so that's looking cute. Using the fruit ice cubes and the stamped glasses as vases. Yeah, you could. You could absolutely. Yep, you could use them as vases for sure. And I mean, you could put flowers in there and all sorts of things. You could do all sorts of fun things with these. All right, I've got, and this was not by design, I've got a big old circle here. I don't want to get rid, don't want to go over all too much of my design, but I want to have at least some of the blackberry ones showing. So that's going to go like that. And then I'm going to grab this here. And I'm going to try this idea. So, okay. I was thinking if I used, should I use the tall, or should I use, I think maybe this one, the more of a bowly, it's like a balloon tumbler. And I'm going to put that onto a block. C block should be fine for that. And I'm going to use, there's a couple of different ways you could do it, but I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss, seeing as we're using that colour in our base. And I'm going to ink it up. And I'm going to pick whichever one of these I like the look of. And I'm going to bring this over so I can see what I'm doing. And I want to make sure that I've got enough room there at the top so it looks like it's a glass with something in it. Can you see what I'm doing here? All right, so by doing this, it looks like it's a glass of something, all right? And you could cut it out by hand if you wanted to, but of course we do have a die for that. Now that's one option. That's something you could do, and it would be very easy to do because then now you've got a glass of pretty rich raspberry. Because I was thinking these would be nice to fill your glasses of stuff, okay? Purple's your favorite color. Mine is blue. We've had a bit of a conversation earlier about some of us being blue girls. Do you think the circle's too big? Yeah, it might be. It might be too big. We could go down a size. But I'm going to cut this out. But I'm not going to cut. I'm going to cut between the squares so I don't cut any in half in case I decide I want to use them later. And I'm going to cut that out with my cut and emboss machine. So give me a moment and I'll be right back. Now, there's another way we could do this as well. If you didn't have the paper, for example. Just lining it up so that it goes through straight. Okay, so now we have a glass of something, nearly full, not quite. But here's another idea that you could do as well. I'm just going to grab a piece of white cardstock. Just a scrap. And I'm going to stamp this again. So there's a whole bunch of different ways you could use these. All right. And then I'm going to grab a block. Doesn't matter what block. Okay. And then, you know, put whatever color you want to have in it. If we want to go blackberry, well, then we're just going to, you could color it just with, you know, a water painter or something like that. Or you could do this. Okay. And then cut it out. And you'd once again have your glass of whatever it is. Okay. If you don't like the mottled look that you get from the block, grab a water painter and just go over and blend it all together. And I'll get a water painter that's got some water in it. That'd be good. So if I do this, it's going to see how the color changes as I do it. It actually picks up some of the pigment and moves it around. You could also do this on watercolor paper and that would look really nice. And then you could cut it out after that. Does that make sense? Of course, you could use other coloring tools, watercolor pencils, blender pens, whatever you would like. But I actually think that's quite a nice way to go. So when we cut that out, it then, but I like this watercolory look that they've got in these papers and things. All right, and I agree with you. I think this circle is too big. So let me go down a size. I've got my stylish shapes, guys. Just let me grab one out. That's the biggest circle. I think the next size down would be better. Yeah, that's better. So I'm just going to do that out of, may as well do it out of a piece of scrap. All right, that's better, don't you think? That's a better size. Got my cleaner here. I just clean my block off. I use my blocks and clean them in the same way on my scrub as I would my stamps. Now, I do feel that we're going to need some sort of garnish or something for our little guy. And I'm wondering, too, if we should have, there's some pretty in pink in here. And I'm thinking maybe some pretty in pink blending behind would look good. Let me see. I have Pretty in Pink as my main color of my swaps. So my Pretty in Pink ink and my Pretty in Pink blending brush are both over on the desk. So, but I'm finished with that. I actually have almost finished the swaps. I'm so close. They just need ribbon and they need bling and I'm done. So excited about that because I'm usually running late with them, as I said before. All right, so that's kind of nice, but not enough. Bit bigger. All right. That's not looking too bad. I'm going to put some dimensionals behind there. Yeah, watercolors are always good. That's a good choice. Yes, my hubby is a night owl too. Right. So that's actually looking pretty good. I feel like we want to have, do we want an umbrella? Is that what we want? I mean, all good drinks should have an umbrella, right? Or we could just add a little garnish of some kind. I don't know. Too many choices. There's a lot of choices, isn't there? Which actually is a lot of fun. I could do a little lemon slice. And there's a die for that, but you could also easily, so there's a die for it, but you could easily, what do we think? Umbrella? Yeah, a lot of people go to bed at weird hours of the, night or morning. It's quite normally oh, yes. So you tend to drink cocktails when you're on a cruise. I get it. Totally get it. So we've got the little, the celery as well. and that's cute. I can stamp that and put it in there, but I'm just thinking about, you know, cheating and just using something off the paper. Well, it's not cheating, right? It's good management. Do I want a slice of lime or a lemon? If I put a lemon, I can put a slit in the lemon and then stick it over the edge of the jar of the glass. That would work. Oh, umbrella. Everyone's saying umbrella. Okay, umbrella it is. That's what they want. So that's what we do. All right. So what kind of umbrella? Shall I stamp an umbrella? Does this umbrella cut out with the die? That's what I want to know. And would I want to use that one anyway? Because it's not probably the color I don't think that umbrella does cut out with the die. I thought it did, but no, it's not the right shape. It's not the right shape. So instead I will stamp one. Now, if we wanted our umbrella to be the same color as some paper, you can stamp it on the paper and cut it out like paper piecing, like what we've done before, right? So, all right. Let me see. I'm going to put this on here, and we have been doing, wrong way around, we have been doing Blackberry Bliss for our stamping, so I'm going to go with that theme still. It does sound like a cocktail, the color name. I agree. That's true. It does go well with the bottle of wine, doesn't it? I'm just going to use the scrap again. And what color shall I do this? I'm thinking pretty pink would look good. Let's see. I've got Blackberry Bliss and I've got Pretty in Pink, and those two together might look really rather nice. So, or do we want to go with another color altogether, like a different color, like what do you guys think? Oh, Blackberry Nip. Yes, I remember that. Green or yellow, says Helen. Heather. Sorry, Heather. Beg your pardon. I misread your name. Pink, says Chris. So we've got lots of different ideas about what color would be good. I'm looking at all your comments to see. Looks like lots of people need a hug. Blackberry and pink. Yes, we could do that. Pretty in pink. All right. Heather, you might be outvoted tonight. Sorry, honey. Green or yellow, says Pamela. So there's somebody else on your side there, Heather. I just am wondering if it's going to be too much pink, given that we've already got the pink here, and I'm wondering if I should pick a different color. And what greens do we have? We have the lemon lime twist, and we also have old olive. So I could do that. Well, let's try it, shall we? I don't have lemon lime twist in blends. Oh, yes, I do. Or do I? Hang on. I do. I do have those, and I've just never used them. And then old olive. Maybe a light old olive, because I feel like maybe a dark old olive might be, we'll see. All right, so that's these colors. So let's try it. I've got dark lemon lime twist. And then we'll go to the light lemon lime twist. There's not a lot of difference between those two colors. A little bit darker at the end. Oh, actually, I think this is the right choice. I'll go dark old olive down the end here. Actually, I'm going to use my other end because that is a little bit fluffy, that end, which means it's had a hard life. See, that one's fluffy too. So I'm going to use the other end. At least it's only small sections, so using the small end doesn't really matter. And then let's go back to the lemon lime twist. This is a new one, so these ends are not fluffy. Dark and light. And then dark. We're nearly there. Now, why am I only doing such small sections at a time? Blends work better when they're wet. So if you do too big an area, then they don't blend as well because they've dried by the time you come back to them to try and blend them. And let's do this end. Oh, this one I can use the bigger brush end because these are new and they're not fluffy. No one likes fluffy blends, right? So have to go through your blends every now and then and just check that they're all still operating as they should. And then we've got a little dotty bit on the top there, and I'm wondering what to do with that. Maybe a light Blackberry Bliss. Right, now we have a die to cut this out, and there's also a die for the umbrella stick, if you like. So we can do those at the same time, but I'm wondering what color should I make the stick? Should I make it Blackberry Bliss, maybe? Deciding what color it should be. Not white. It won't stand out against this if it's white, and I've still got to stick this down too. This is actually a pretty fun set because you get, like I said, lots of choices, and it's quite fun putting it together. It's like all the little pieces go together so nicely. And I just love the paper colours. I think it's beautiful. I could also do a black stick for the umbrella. See, that's going to go up there, but it needs a stick to make it sit in and out of there. So let's do the stick. Anyone else seeing a butterfly in the umbrella? Yeah, I guess you could. Didn't really think of that. We have so many butterfly stamps, it's hard to. So yeah, I might just do one out of black, seeing as I've got some here and no one's really going to tell the difference. It's a little tiny die that you want to make sure you put straight back in so that you don't lose it. All right, so I'm going to put this behind here. We don't need to see the end of it. I'm just going to use a glue dot to stick that on. A silver would have looked good too. That would have been another good choice. So many choices. I just realized I did this upside down, but oh well, doesn't really matter. Because that's going to go down there and then it's going to stick out kind of on an angle like that. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to add a little, I could use another glue dot, but I'm just going to stick a tiny bit of glue there. And I just need to make sure that that's looking kind of cute. What do you think? Do we like that? I think I do. All right, on the back of this, I'm going to put some more dimensionals because you can never have enough, really. 1, 2, and 3. My fingers are all sticky from that. I got glue on my fingers just then. That's the only thing I don't like about Tombow. I love Tombow, but I don't like it when it gets on your fingers and they're all sticky. I try and avoid that if I possibly can. Right, so this is going to go right about there. And I want a dimensional behind that as well to hold that in place. Probably should have put that down to make it easier earlier, but that's okay. Right, that is cute. What do you think? It's looking really cute. And then we need some sort of greeting. Now we have lots of options here. We have cheers. Well, that's a nice obvious one. To you, to us, it's your day. Let's celebrate. I think I just want to have cheers, don't I? Let me see. Will that fit? Have I got a banner? I think I have a banner here, maybe. Oh, excuse me. I maybe don't have a banner the right size. I do have some banners, but I don't think any of them are the correct size. So I'm thinking, I guess I just go straight back to my, will the cheers fit in this or will it not? Or do I need something wider? Sometimes you need to, it'll just fit, but it doesn't fit well. So maybe, I tell you what, it's been my go-to recently has been the small die from the Beautiful Butterflies dies. That's been a really good size die. Let's see if that would fit with the cheers. It does. It fits quite nicely, actually. So, yeah, let's go with that. That's a good one. All right, I'm going to stamp first because if you cut first, although when you're using photopolymer stamps, at least you can see where you're going, but it's still easier sometimes to stamp first and then die cut. Totally up to you, though. You can go whichever way you prefer. I'm just going to pop that on a smallish, and I'm going to cut that. Well, here's a little bit left over here. That'll do. And I think we need Blackberry Bliss because that seems to be the colour of the moment. The only thing is, don't forget all the purples and pinks and reds stain these stamps quite badly. So what you want to do is use it and then clean it immediately, and it'll stain less if you do that. What are you guys saying? When someone says this calls for a toast, you go put the toaster on. Right, yes. That's okay. I'm not a big drinker myself, so I do have occasionally something, but not very often. I'm well aware that basically alcohol is poison. We know this. It's not good for us. And so it's something I say for very special occasions. So that's just me, though. I don't want to say that I'm criticizing anybody if that's their choice. All right, so this is going to go in here, and I'm just going to run that quickly through my cut and emboss machine. It fits just. Okay, so we're nearly at the end. Goodness. Right, so the cheers is down the bottom there. I mean, it's kind of the perfect sentiment if you're going to be sending cards with drinks on them, right? Cheers. So here's the thing that I want to tell you guys. I'm going to be live, for those of you on my team, I'll be live tomorrow morning with you at 10 o'clock, as I always am. Although the following Monday I won't be, but tomorrow I'm there. So that's pretty cool. And then the following day, Tuesday, I will be live with Technique Tuesday at 2 p.m. for anyone who's around for that. So So hopefully I will see some of you, some team members tomorrow, and then I'll see the rest of you hopefully on Tuesday. We are going to need bling on this card because we just do. So I've got to decide which bling I want to use. And I could go with these because they're so beautiful. Look, the strawberry slush. There's also Blackberry Bliss gems in the purple shimmer gems. There's Blackberry Bliss ones in there. So which should we go with? Should we go with Blackberry Bliss, the darker, or should we go with the strawberry slush, the lighter? I'm kind of tending towards those. I think they look really good. That's right. I just remembered that my bone folder is over on the other table, like I told you before. 45 are watching. It depends on where you are looking, because when I look at my screen, it says 61. That's because I'm seeing Facebook and YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, you only see YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, you only see Facebook. But I see both. So strawberry slush, you think? Darker, says Sheila. That would be the Blackberry Bliss. So we're getting a couple of votes for both. Don't you love that we're all different and we all have different opinions on? It's quite a happy card. Lots of colour. Needs a black line for the stick going into the oh, it does. You're right, because otherwise it looks like it's maybe a white. It's not a glass. You are correct. Well, I have a Stampin' Write marker in basic black. You can buy these by themselves, or I think you can. So it's only going to go as far as the drink. The drink. Is that better? Is that better? Strawberry ones are lovely, aren't they, Carolyn? I just love them. All right. Seems like the consensus mostly, sorry, Sheila, is strawberry slush. So I'm going to jump in here. Use either scissors or your Takey Pick tool and pick those up, because that way you make sure you pick up the adhesive at the same time. So just deciding where I want these to be. I think I'll put one right here on the edge of the, and I'm going to go with a couple of little ones. One over here. And maybe one up here. How nice are those? Aren't they beautiful? Can you see the, I hope you can. Oh, it's a bit hard to see, but there's like a gold fleck in there. They're just beautiful. I love them so much. I just think these are some of the nicest gems we've had for a while. Just stunning. There we go. I'm going to say that's a finished card. So I hope you like it. That means we did 2 pretty cards tonight. Let me quickly grab all the bits and pieces off here. I've got such a mess, but hey, what else is new? Good thing I'm not planning on doing any more videos tonight. I was originally, and then I did it earlier instead. So they're my 2 cards. Which card tonight grabs your fancy? Do you prefer the classic navy and white with our retiring product here, our Enduring Beauty set? Or do you love the fun of the new celebratory sips set and paper? First card, says Donna. Both lovely, says Joan. Both, says Anne. It's hard because they're really different. Yes, more people are saying the first one. And, you know, that was the easy card. That was the simple one. So never think that simple, easy cards are not beautiful. They are, right? The first one wins. Oh, thank you so much, Nicole. I'm still around this week. I'll be here on Tuesday. I'll be here next Friday, but probably not next Sunday. So, so that's the plan at the moment. All right, let's switch back to me. I'm going to quickly go over a couple of the last minute things before this week. We have, oh, I forgot to tell you, we have Craft Along this week as well. So Craft Along is this Wednesday, the 30th. Is that right? So let me quickly look at my trusty diary here as I throw papers and things around, but that's okay. Am I looking at the right month? Yes. Yes. This Tuesday. Oh, let me start again. This Wednesday is Craft Along. Wednesday, the 30th of April at 2 p.m. Sydney time. Okay, so I hope you will join me for that. That's coming up. And I think a really cute card to share with you. I made this card and was so happy with it. You know, when you make a card and it just all comes together in the way it was in your head and you go, yay, it's just right. So that's the one I'm doing on Tuesday, and I hope that some of you will craft along with me. Okay, I do have some information on my blog about that. I'll put that address up on the screen for you. It's Linda, well, it's www.lookwhatimade.com.au. Okay, if you need to email me, it's linda@lookwhatimade.com.au. But the blog address is the www address. Okay, also while you're there, you can sign up for my newsletter. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because by subscribing to the channel, I get seen by more and more people. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow this, but also spread the word that paper crafting is a wonderful thing to do for yourself. And it's good for your brain to use those creative muscles. So keep using them, guys. You guys are doing great. There's been some lovely cards and other bits and pieces put up in my VIP group from time to time. It's really lovely to see you guys embracing card making and using those creative muscles. All right. So how did we go tonight? Did you enjoy that? You're very welcome. So I will see you, some of you, tomorrow morning at the Monday morning chat on for the team, and then hopefully more of you on Tuesday at 2, and then craft along Wednesday at 2. Okay. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.